I'm Kyra, and I am here to talk to you today about what I like to call my one backpack solution. So, my primary sports are backcountry skiing. I also love to go rock climbing, trad, and sport climbing, and do big alpine adventures. I also love to go backpacking with friends, and so for years I had a backcountry ski backpack, a rock climbing backpack, maybe an alpine backpack, and a backpacking backpack. So I had, many different backpacks. It would be challenging, to store all of the different backpacks. I had sort of like my essential first aid kit, repair kit, in-reach SOS device, sunscreen, like little items that I like to keep in my backpack. And when I had multiple backpacks, moving them from backpack to backpack was always tricky to remember each of the little items. And then I would forget one, like an important SOS device or an important stick of sunscreen. And, that would negatively impact my day. And so what I have instituted to solve the problem of multiple backpacks for multiple different sports is what I like to call the one backpack solution. So now I have one backpack that I use for everything. And it has worked very well for me, and that's why I am excited to share with you all the one backpack solution. And so basically what I do is I have one backpack that I like and that I use for all of my activities. And this is it. So this is the one backpack solution, and this is the one backpack. So this is the Hyperlite Headwall 55. And this is marketed as a backcountry skiing backpack, but it is from Hyperlite, who is a very cool brand. They're based in Maine, and they make these Dyneema composite, hybrid Dyneema fabric backpacks. And they have a variety of different kinds. Some are marketed for backcountry skiers, some for ice climbers, for thru hikers, like people who are hiking the Pacific Crest Trail. But all of them have the same excellent Dyneema fabric. And so Dyneema is a type of material, that's used in climbing slings because pound for pound, it is stronger than steel. So Dyneema is a very strong, sturdy, rugged material, but it is lightweight. And so that's why it's such a great material for a backpack. It is a little bit more expensive. This one I think retails in the $400 range, which is expensive for a backpack, absolutely. I was able to get it at a discount, but I'm not sponsored by Hyperlite or anything. I wish, no, I'm not. But the reason that I like this backpack is because it is lightweight, and it's strong, and it's sturdy material, and it's waterproof, which here in the Pacific Northwest, we get a lot of rain. And having that waterproofing is very nice. So the bottom, gets a lot of abuse for me, and it stayed strong. I've placed this thing in snow, in puddles for years, and it's still very durable. The other thing I like about this pack is that it's 55 liters, so it can go up high, and sometimes I even stuff it so it's totally filled. I'll try and find some pictures of this backpack in use, and I'll share them here in the video, but it can go really big to maybe a little bit over 55 liters, and then it can also roll down really small for a simple day hike, and be closer to 30 liters. And so it's very flexible, and I like that it can fit the needs of the day, or the week, or the adventure. Another thing I like about this one is because I like to say I'm a skier who climbs. I'm not a climber who skis. So my primary sport is backcountry skiing. And as a backcountry skier, having the avalanche safety pocket in the front for my safety gear, my shovel and probe is very important. But this is also useful in the summertime when I'm not skiing, for water, for snacks, for sort of other gear that I want to quickly access. The gear loops are nice. They have like these daisy chains for attaching items. This is great for ski carry and rope carry. You might be wondering why I have these extra little hair ties. This is because I often forget a hair tie and I don't want to forget one, and because I actually have a number of my friends have this same backpack, and sometimes we'll go skiing and we'll have like 4 or 5 of these exact backpacks in someone's car when we're carpooling. And so I added what I like to call my bling. So this is my bling that I've added to identify that this one is mine. And I think it's funny. This pack does not have an extra like hard frame back, which I was nervous about when I first thought about buying it, because, you know, comfort is really important, especially on long trips. And so I have found it to be very comfortable with this softer back. And it's not too hot and sweaty on the back, which is also something I was worried about. There's these nice, comfortable shoulder straps, and I like that the sternum strap can clip well, and it accommodates women. And the hip belt also carries very well, especially when it's heavy. I've hiked like hundreds of miles in this thing, and it carries very well with a full load. The hip belt, these pockets are, you can remove them if you want. I really enjoy having them because this is where I carry a lot of my essentials. The little tag did break on this one. I replaced this one. So that is one place that has broken for me, but this is easy to replace. And it's an excellent backpack. If you are backcountry skiing, rock climbing, backpacking, I would highly recommend opting for something that is going to be useful for multiple sports, is lightweight and durable, and waterproof. This only has the one avalanche safety pocket, and then inside there's a small zippered pocket, and then the rest is just a tube. And so that saves on weight, because some of the popular backpacks, especially for backpacking, they have so many little pockets inside and zippers and clips, and that all adds up, and it makes it really a heavy, just the pack alone without any weight in it will be heavier than this thing. Having one backpack is better for the environment because you have less gear and it's easier to manage when you do multiple sports. I was able to resell all of my old ones used, and especially for people who are just getting started and they're thinking about a backpack, you can buy something cheaper that will work. But if you want to continue doing the sport for the next 5-10 years, investing in a good piece of durable, well-made, high-quality fabric, comfortable and easy to carry, I would highly recommend. Another thing I like about this backpack is that it comes in small, medium, large, and tall sizes. So especially for us ladies who are smaller and want a backpack that actually is designed to fit our bodies, this one I have enjoyed versus other backpacks that might be marketed as unisex or one size fits all, but doesn't fit me and is way too big, is annoying. And so having a small size backpack for a small size human is very good. Also important to note that the one backpack solution can be any backpack. So I like my Hyperlight, but you can use any backpack that works well for you as the one backpack solution. So if you're starting out backcountry skiing, climbing, backpacking, or just trying to get into adventures, instead of buying a different size, a different specialized pack for each different activity, consider the one backpack solution. I can't say enough about it. Let me know what you think. If you have another backpack that you've used as your one backpack solution, let me know. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.